Hello friends and soulmates, you're highly welcome back to my channel. My name is Mercy, and in this tutorial we're going to be learning how to make this beautiful princess that bustier madame blouse with a structured sleeve, okay, and also a stylish neckline. So this is what you're going to be learning in this tutorial. So if this interests you, stay tuned to the end of this tutorial. So this is going to be a drafting and cutting tutorial of the madame blouse itself, okay. So the first thing I am going to do to make this is to get my paper for the pattern drafting, okay. So the first thing is to place my tape on the part that will be serving as the shoulder line, and I'll go and measure the length of the blouse that we're working with. Okay, so that is exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to measure the blouse length, and I'm going to mark it. That's exactly what you see me do here. So that is the first step, okay. So after marking it, the next thing you are going to do is to place your tape on that same place which will be serving as the shoulder line, okay. I'm trying to get another pen because it seems this one is not really very visible, okay. So I went on to get another pen, and like I was saying, you're going to place your tape on the part that will be serving as the shoulder line, and you're going to measure from your shoulder to your chest, okay. So these are the measurements you're going to be working with: from your shoulder to your chest, from your shoulder to your bust point line, from your shoulder to your under bust line, from your shoulder to your waistline. And these are the lines you see me mark here. You'll also be needing your hip measurement, you'll be needing your round bust measurement, your round under bust measurement, your round waist measurement, your chest measurement, that is your chest line measurement. You'll be needing from your shoulder to your nipple measurement, then from one nipple to the other nipple, okay. These are the measurements you'll be needing for this project, okay. So I went on to rule these lines and I am labeling them, okay. So I realized that the pen I'm using is not really visible, okay. Don't worry, I am going to get a marker shortly, okay, and I'm going to use the marker to highlight these lines so that they can be very visible to you, okay. So after making these lines and labeling them, I went on to measure and mark my shoulder to shoulder divided by 2, okay. So here I have this marker, but this marker is still not even giving me what I want, okay. So let me try this other red marker, maybe it will give me just what I want, okay. So I'm highlighting these lines that I've earlier marked so that they can be very visible for us, okay. So, and I'll also label the lines with this marker so that you can see it very well. So you can see I labeled shoulder, chest, bust point, under bust, and waist, okay. So can you see it? So now it's very visible and we can proceed to drafting. So like I said, after measuring these lines and labeling them, you are going to measure your shoulder to shoulder divided by 2 and rule it on the shoulder line and on the chest line into a straight line. Then the next thing you're going to do is to slope your shoulder by 1 inch and mark your neck width. Now neck width, you can use 3 inches or 4 inches depending on the size of the individual you're working for, okay. So I went on to slope my shoulder. Then the next thing I'm going to do after getting my shoulder slope is to divide what I have remaining on the shoulder line, and I'll mark on the midpoint. Now I will also measure inwards 0.5 inches, and I'll mark my bust circumference divided by 4 and rule it on the chest line. So at this point I proceeded to connect the front armhole curve, as you can see. Now the next step you are going to take is to measure your nipple to nipple divided by 2, okay. That nipple to nipple measurement you took, you're going to divide it by 2. You mark whatever you get on the bust point line, under bust, waist, and 5 inches. No, you rule it, yes, all the way down to the length, yes, all the way down to the length, okay. So we'll arrive at the point where we'll be needing 5 inches below the waist, but for now I'll rule it into a straight line. So on the side of the front I measured and marked 1.5 of an inch, and that is exactly this line I am connecting into a straight line now, okay. 1.5 of an inch from the initial nipple to nipple line. Then on the center I mark half of an inch connected into a straight line. Now I'm going to connect it like this from the bust point line down to the under bust point line, and I'm repeating the same process on the center front here. Okay, so after doing that, the next thing I'm going to do now is to pick up my ruler again and place it this way so that I can be able to connect from the midpoint of the armhole down to the bust point line. Now after doing that, on this side of the armhole I came down 1 inch, then the upper one I went up just half of an inch. Now you can decide to do 1 inch on both up and down. It's totally optional, okay, it's your choice, but mine I went up half of an inch then down 1 inch. Okay, and I am reconnecting. Now the next thing I'm going to do on this down part where I went in 1 inch, I'm going to extend upwards to 1 inch. This is so that when you join the center and the side, you will not have any short edge. Do you understand? So that's exactly what I went on to do. Okay, now after this point, what I'm going to do is to start imputing my measurement. My bust circumference by 4, I mark it on the chest line and on the bust point line. Then under bust divided by 4, I'll mark it and I'll measure what I have on this dart and replace, which is 2 inches. Then on the waist, I mark and measure I'll measure and mark my waist circumference by 4, and I'm going to rule it on the waistline. Then over to the hip line, I measured and mark my hip circumference by 4, measure also my dart and replace these lines accordingly. Okay, so I'll pick up my ruler now and I'm just going to connect them like this, just the way you're seeing. Okay, so trust me, if you follow this method, just follow it calmly, watch this tutorial very thoroughly, then you're just going to follow it and you achieve this. Now the next thing I'm going to do is going up from the chest line. I measured about 2 inches to 2.25. okay, then you can also determine that from measuring from the bust point line. All right, then the next thing I'm going to do is to divide that 2 inches by 2, that is to get the midpoint, and that is what I went on to do. Now after doing that, I am going to be connecting from I'm going to be marking half of an inch inwards. Okay, you can make it half of an inch or half and quarter, you understand, half of an inch or half and quarter. Okay, so I proceeded to rule inwards half and quarter of an inch, that is 0.75, and I'm going to connect into a small V shape. Okay, remember what we're doing now is we're trying to achieve that neckline. Okay, we're trying to achieve that neckline. Like that neckline is like a combination of a round neckline and a little V neckline. Okay, so that is just what that neckline is all about. I've actually forgotten what that neckline is called. Okay, so now after connecting the round neckline into that V that I initially made, I am going to play around it. Okay, I'll pick up my pen, I'm going to play around it just to get exactly the shape and the curve that I want. Okay, so you can do that as well, just play around it, you understand, play around it very well, try to contour it, and it will surely give you the look that you want. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do. I'll keep playing around it, keep contouring it until I arrive at the look that I want. Okay, so this is what I have after I was done. Can you see it? It's giving that look already. And what I did is I'm trying to know whether to extend the v neckline or to leave it like that. Okay, so let me just leave it like that. Now here I want to extend the wideness of the neckline by 0.5 inches. Okay, and that is what I did. I'm just going to reconnect it into the round neck line that we already created. All right, so this is totally optional. You can decide how wide you want your sleeve to be, your neckline. I'm sorry, neckline. So in order to avoid any form of gaping, I measured in just 0.25, that is just quarter of an inch, and connected into the shoulder slope. Okay, so this is very important, especially when you're doing a wide neckline or a very deep neckline. Okay, so at this point you can see what I have, and at this point again I will come down from the bust point line by 1 inch. This is because of the difference between the back half length and the front. So the back half length I'm working with is 14 inches while the front is 15, and hence the reason. So I'll go on and cut. Okay, so I was not doing that, and this is what I have. So like I already explained on the from the onset, at this point you can decide to cut this under from the under bust if you want it to have joining from the under bust, which is normally how Madame blouse is made. So that's the option I'm going with. But if you don't want, you can just leave it straight the way it is and cut it like normal blouse. Okay, but if you have been following my tutorials, especially on Madame blouse, you notice that I always use this method of joining, making it have joining on the under bust area, and yes, and that is having the upper one and the down one. Okay, so that is how I usually make my Madame blouse. Okay, and it has been working for me. It's always come out well. Okay, the usual Madame blouse that is for two wrapper. Okay, especially if you are from the east, you understand. So but whichever way you choose to make it, all of them are still blouses. Do you understand? So I'm going to cut through on the under bust, so that is the half length. It will be from the under bust, and I'll go on and cut out. Okay, and that is exactly what you see me doing here. I'll cut out, I'll set them aside, and I am going to show you how to work on the down part. Okay, the down part of the front part, I will show you how we're going to work on it, especially if you don't want it to have joining down. Okay, that line, you don't want it to have that joining of the that line. Don't worry, I'm going to show you how to work on it. Okay, so now I've cut it out, and what we're going to do is to close the dart, because we don't want it to have joining. We are going to close this dart, then we're going to mark out another dart, because of course, you know, I like putting that on it. But if you don't want it to have any form of sewing on it like that, you don't want it to have any form of that line like showing, what you are going to do is to leave it like this after closing the dart. But for me, I want to make use of the other normal waist dart. So what I did is I mark out my nipple to nipple divided by 2, and from the waistline I came down about 5 inches, and I'm going to connect. Do you understand? Okay, so on both sides I'll measure half inches. I'll measure half inches on both sides, starting from the under bust. Then I measure half inch on the waist area as well. Remember, normally that starts from the waist area all the way like 5 inches below the waist and up to chest line or bust point line in case of the front. Okay, so you have to include that half inch on the under bust and on the waist. That is what you just see me do here, and this is how we're going to sew the dart. So when we are drafting on our main fabric, we are going to uh replay, that is add our add allowance. Okay, so I'm going to get the fabric for the back part. So I'm going to be using the satin fabric for the back part. So like I'm drafting on the satin first, after which we transfer to the front. So remember, my half length for the front was 15 inches, so the half length for the back is going to be 14 inches. So what you're going to do is to measure from the half length, from the waist of the front. You measure the waistline of the front, then whatever you have, that is what you impute after marking your half length for the back. All right, I don't know if you get me. You are going to mark the half length of the back. Like in my case, it's 14 inches for the back, then 15 inches for the front. That is 1 inch different. And then you measure from the waist of the front down to the length of your blouse. Whatever I give you, let's assume I give you 10 inches. That is what you will mark after marking your half length. You add that 10 inches to make up the complete length of your blouse. Do you understand? So that's what I went on to do, and you see me setting aside half of 0.5 inches of allowance. Here is going to serve as the zipper allowance. Okay, so remember I said we're drafting the back part, right? Then I went on to place my tape on the shoulder area. I mark out the shoulder from the shoulder to chest line, from the shoulder to bust point line, and from the shoulder to the waist. So these are the lines we are needing for the back part. We are not going to be making use of under bust line because there's no bust on the at the back. Do you understand? So I went on to roll these lines, and I am going to go ahead to label them. So here is our shoulder, here is our chest line, here is the bust point line, then the waist, of course here is the length. Okay, so I'm using a yellow chalk on this white satin fabric, and I'm hoping that you're seeing it. Okay, I'm just hoping that you're seeing it, though it's not really very pronounced, but I know that you can be able to see what I'm doing. So I went on to measure my shoulder divided by 2 on the shoulder line and chest line. I sloped my shoulder by 1 inch and neck width 3.5 inches. So I went on to make my neck depth 3 inches and 2 inches, sorry, and I went on to connect my shoulder slope. Then measuring here, I mark the midpoint, and I measure my bust circumference divided by 4 and mark it. Then mark the same thing on the chest line and the bust point line, and I'm going to pick up my ruler to connect for the armhole curve. Okay, so I'll measure my dart for the back by marking my nipple to nipple divided by 2, then coming down from the waistline 5 inches and marking my nipple to nipple divided by 2 there and also on the chest line, and I'll connect these lines into a straight line. Then on the both side of the waistline, I will go in and out by half of an inch, and I'm going to connect. So if you're conversant with making a basic bodice with that, you should know how to do this, or you'll be following my tutorial, you should know how to do this very well. So I'll measure my waist circumference divided by 4 and replace the 1 inch allowance, that allowance you saw. Then my hip circumference divided by 4 I measured, and I also mark and connected. Then I am adding my 2 inches allowance, as you can see, because these are main fabric, as you can see, and I went on to add my allowance and I'm connecting also. Then on the back part, remember the zipper allowance I set aside. On the waist area of the zipper allowance, I'll go in 0.75, connect upwards and downwards, and I'll go on and cut out. So I'm going to cut everything out on my main fabric, and I'm going to show you what we have. Okay, so I went on to cut everything out on my main fabric. Okay, so this one I cut it on the satin fabric and on the lace fabric. So on the down, I made the satin shorter and the lace fabric longer. Then I added half of an inch on the upper part to join with the half length. Then remember when we cut on our paper, we just had our waist circumference divided by 4. There was no any other allowance, so I added 1 inch allowance for the dart and 2 inches allowance for ease, and making it a total of the 3 inches allowance I have here. Then on the other part as well, I went on to add my allowances as needed. Okay, I added allowances on the areas where the allowances are required. Okay, so I'm going to start joining. I'm going to join behind the camera, and after that I'm going to come back to show you how we're going to cut the structured sleeve and how we're going to attach it. So I'm going to show you a complete tutorial on the cutting and attaching of the sleeve. Thank you, see you then.